It's very snowy at the stadium, and the deciding factor in this game figures to be which team is better equipped to deal with the conditions on the field. Get ready for winter football at its best. It's the Cowboys going up against the Bengals. It will be a cold one in Cincinnati as we take a look at Paul Brown Stadium. We'll welcome in our broadcast team of GrEnAdAsFiNeSt and Charles Davis.
Well, the snow started about 2 hours ago, and it doesn't show any signs of letting up soon as we join you from Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cincinnati Bengals. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And I guess, Charles, sometimes when you have a receiver well over 6 foot, you do that. Just put it up there, let him grab it, and he did.
And it certainly appears like a 50-50 ball, right? We always talk about that when both sides have a chance to get it, the receiver or the guy covering him. But I think the odds actually are in favor of the offense. They can see the ball coming oftentimes before the defender can get his head around. So I think that really goes to like 70-30, and they should be able to go up and get it most of the time.
And he got it there. Now they try the right side here. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball, and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line.
Did that totally surprise you after the meeting we had with the head coach this week?
Well, he talked about being aggressive, but opening drive of the game to fake a field goal, that's very aggressive.
Yeah, you're right. I'm probably trying to act like I knew a little bit more there. He caught me off guard as well, but looking back on it, he did tell us in our meeting he planned to be very aggressive in this game, and there's a terrific example of it.
Ball's going to throw, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Again, it's Bortles. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. And his kick here is good. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. So the folks here in the stands this afternoon, they're happy about that one. Their guys get the early advantage after the opening drive field goal.
And they should be happy. Their guys look good getting down the field, and that's got to give them hope that good things are in store here today.
They'll run with Elliott. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down. He'll look to throw. He'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him. Right?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return, and the Bengals take possession. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
I
don't know about that. Super toe.
To throw, it's Bortles. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game.
From the gun, it's Bortles. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
Have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first time. I'll try to do better here. And that linebacker group today could be very key.
As we were preparing for this game, you pointed out to me as we were watching film that the linebackers look like an elite unit. I agree with you totally. They move around, fly to the football.
And he's going to go down way back at the 42-yard line. Bud Dupree. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taken in at the 11. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go back to the air here after the INT. He's going to try and go deep again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice. Able to get a hand in and tip it away.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Bortles looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's complete to Croft. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Now Bortles again. Buying time to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Now Bortles. That's caught at the 2. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cowboy defense comes up with a goal line stand. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
One man in the backfield, Elliott. And he'll get it up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. They come out here in the eye. And the play clock's running down. They'll set up to throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. A big play here for Dallas. 45 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has that ability, they want them on their team.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Going down the middle, and it's complete. 23 yards on the play. And let's not take for granted, in these conditions, that's never an easy pass and catch.
You really got to find a way to drive the ball. You know, get your grip. You know, that's why we see some of the guys now that put the gloves on when they throw the ball in this type of a condition. Sometimes the glove might make it too slippery. So you got to figure out what's going to work for you. But how about the receivers? Looking back and trying to locate the ball coming through snow and making sure they have full concentration.
Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. It's their quarterback, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 4 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. Still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 17 yards on the pickup there, and also a 1st down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Bortles. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker. I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got to
and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Croft, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are going to jump back in front. And nowadays in NFL football, you have to account for all the receivers, sure, but the tight end's such a weapon, and they prove it right there.
Oh, without a doubt. And we're seeing now the golden age of tight ends catching the football. I go back to Kellen Winslow. To me, he was the prototype of what we're seeing today. We're seeing it each and every week now.
It's a short kick here, fielded at the 24. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man on the out route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Second down following the incompletion. Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And the grab by Croft. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
To throw, it's Bortles. Wide open receiver, complete. 18 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Bengals a 1st down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 1st down, Bortles. That is caught at the 7-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Bortles again. That's caught at the 1. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Kroft in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
Yeah, he better hope that he's lonesome because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
Now, never mind, Larry, forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the third quarter of action already. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And he'll take it out of the side of the end zone, and they'll get it at the 25. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Well, it's one thing to complete that pass on a nice sunny 70-degree day, but in these elements, that's a tough thing to do.
It is, and let's just put the whole thing together.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This one taken from the 7. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Throwing is Bortles. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw is Bortles. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Bortles will try again on second down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bengal offense now gets set to head back out onto the field. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Bortles now on first down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now Bortles throwing on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. Yeah. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
On first and 10, here's Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Bortles again here on second and 10. And that's incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And now it's third down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Throwing his Bortles on third down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a short return to the 6-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, But what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the blitz was on there, able to get in the backfield from the linebacker spot and get him 2 points.
Brandon, we know a defensive coordinator right now who's looking for a raise. He had that dialed in perfectly, didn't he? The perfect blitz at the perfect time, 2 points for his team.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
15 yards through the air and a first down.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Bortles now on first down. And the grab by Croft. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 22 on that one. And the Bengals are going to have a first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. First and goal at the 3-yard line now. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Bortles to throw on second down. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tyler Croft, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals add on to their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll set up a throw.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. 10th carry now for Elliott. And some room to work. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his third touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And this one through the uprights and good. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. There's the guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. And a big turning point here in the second half, Charles, after that play.
All you're trying to do is change momentum, flip things around for your team. You're just trying to take the ball away. How about when you take it away and score? That really changes things.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. Now Bortles to try again after the pick six. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. And a nice gain at 21 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
Now Elliott. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Yeah, let me pump out my chest a little bit. Even though I'm not rooting for either team, that was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shot of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Here we go now. Detroit!
They come out here in the eye. They'll run it with Elliott, and he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. And they're going to speed things up here. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
23 yards on the play. And now he's closing in on 450 yards passing.
That's an incredible number. I mean, you're talking about the best defenders in the world that you're trying to throw the ball against, and you're creating that type of a number. Fantastic job, fantastic performance. And he's going to have to ice up his arm afterwards, too.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And that is incomplete here.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Bortles again. And he comes back with 1 complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Cowboys defense is going to get him the football back. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. They'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. It's a pickup of 19. And it'll be first down, Cowboys. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect them.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
They come up in an offset eye. On second down, Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
Partner, this running back's having a heck of a day on the ground. He just keeps punching it in and rushing for touchdown after touchdown.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused it.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Here we go now. Green,
On second down, here's Bortles. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Bortles. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
He'll look to throw here. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out now, here come the Bengals. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Green, 90. Green, 90. Left, 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 left. Back 58, Green, 90. 58, Green, left.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together.
And now here's another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And now the Bengals are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Protection was great. He had time to set up.